calm down. Never has there ever been uttered a more worthless and counterproductive statement than these two words. Just think about it. How many times have you heard someone say it, and how many times has it actually worked? More often than not, it actually makes somebody more upset than they already were before. What are some other things that make us angry? Ignorance? Politics? Spoilers? Babies. Get that out of here. Just looking at them pisses me off. On the surface, most of these have a seemingly simple solution. Can't do anything about it, just ignore it, right? But somehow, I can't. What do these all have in common that make them so annoying? And what can I do to fix it? Today, we're going to attempt to find the root problem of what annoys us, so that once and for all, we can... Will you shut the fuck up? In order to find out how we can control our frustrations, we need to find what causes them in the first place. Let's go back to the example we had at the beginning. Calm down. Why does it not work? Well, depending on the situation, it could be for a variety of reasons. For one, it isn't remotely useful. Nobody wants to be angry. If you're angry, you're clearly like that for a reason. So simply telling you to calm down implies you have no good reason to be angry in the first place. And if you're angry for no good reason, that means your problems aren't that important and nobody cares about your problems. Now, that is a lot to extrapolate from two words. And that's the point. Neither the speaker nor the listener of such a statement really are aware of exactly why calm down is such a bad idea. But the angry person sure knows something is wrong.
But,
you might say.
I don't find it all that annoying.
And you'd be right. A police responder might tell a caller to slow down and speak clearly into the phone, and there's no immediately angry reaction to be found there. No, the calm down part is just the sauce. What is truly infuriating is when someone tells you to calm down when you are already calm. Now you've got all that nonsense to the right, plus a whole other list of things to unpack. You can't become calm if you're already calm, but if you change nothing, they'll assume you're still angry, which you aren't. And you can't really become more forcefully calm because that's the nature of the word calm, is to be unforceful. What they're saying is even more unhelpful than before because nothing even hypothetically could be done, and all you did was speak a little louder than a whisper and suddenly you're a criminal. It's so frustrating. I am calm.
Clearly not.
Yeah, we've all been there before. Something similar to what we saw with the phrase calm down can be seen when someone plugs their ears and won't listen to you. If somebody has decided they won't listen to new information, not only are they stuck in their own false beliefs, there's no way to get them unstuck either. The only way to get a person to become open-minded is to teach them about the dangers of ignorance. But what ignorant person would ever listen to you lecture about ignorance? Yeah, it's a catch-22. We must take action against this horrible situation. Take the first step to fight this cycle. Subscribe to my channel. I suppose not that time yet. We can see a sort of pattern emerging here, where a self-perpetuating cycle impedes progress in each case, and it's like a black hole. Once you go in, you never come out.
But Hawking radiation...
Quiet! Speaking of things that self-perpetuate for no reason, let's talk about one of the few things about American government we got right. Free speech.
God bless the United States. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's right. America has the freest speech in the world. For all my criticism of the US Constitution, they at least got that one right. And nobody finessed the First Amendment. Not permanently, anyway. free speech and ignorance are inextricably related. One concerns the spread of information, and the other concerns its reception. Suppression of ideas and criticism is state-sponsored ignorance, another self-replicating cycle which should anger us even more than everyday closed-mindedness. Looking at you, China, none of that national sovereignty and social stability crap. And looking at you, the entire Middle East, with your goddamn blasphemy laws. We in the US just need to get rid of those arbitrary obscenity laws and we're good to go. Yeah, what makes you think those are an exception? So next time you criticize America for being dumber than every other developed country, just appreciate that at least our stupidity is by choice. While we're on the topic of self-enforcing bullshit in America, we've got a gerrymandering problem. We could get rid of it by voting better people into office. If only your vote mattered, because even the Electoral College at this point is basically just glorified gerrymandering. So what makes logical loops like what we've examined so frustrating? Well, the most important thing is we can't do anything about them. And we humans hate feeling helpless, probably more than anything. If we're hurt physically, we can still go on, but if something hurts our ego, we kind of implode.
But wait a minute.
You might be asking.
Sure, annoying things suck because we feel helpless. But there are plenty of things that we dislike and feel helpless about, but aren't angered by. Certainly, we don't find death frustrating. But conversely, some things we like annoy us, like challenging video games.
Well, it's true. Things can be minor or major and be either annoying or not annoying. So what makes the difference between these? I think what irritates us is not directly what we dislike and what makes us feel helpless. What makes the difference between something that we hate and something that annoys us particularly is that we can ignore things that we just hate, like death and aging. Why can't we avoid irritating things? Because of paradox. Video games annoy us because there's a simple fix. Be better at the game. With death, we really can't do anything about it, and so we just put it out of our minds most of the time. Going back through everything that annoys us, there's simple fixes to all of them. An ignorant person just needs to listen for just 1 second. If you're talking politics, the other person just needs to rethink why he believes what he does. A person who spoils things for others just needs some more social awareness. Unlike unfixable problems like aging and disease, this sort of paradox keeps our attention because the problem can be addressed, and easily. It's not that nothing can be done about the problem, it's that you particularly can't do anything about it, and that's what makes it uniquely frustrating. And nothing is more uniquely frustrating than babies. In fact, I'm gonna derail this entire video just to rant about why I hate babies. Just looking at these little shits, I can't believe humanity never died out. I mean, who'd want to take care of these things? They're not even cute. They're just useless, fleshy little blobs. They're just like regular humans, and that they're a pain in the ass to deal with. Except you have to wait for over a decade to see if they turn out to be one of the few people who become eventually useful. I guess it makes sense that they're crying all the time because they never asked to be born, and this world's a huge disappointment. But even if you do somehow think they're cute, they don't even stay that way. At least my dog stays like this for a good 15 years or so. Babies get progressively worse over time. Dogs get cuter when they learn new tricks, but babies' cuteness and competence are inversely correlated. And babies are like 1,000,000 times more expensive. Name one thing a baby can do that a dog can't do, and better. That's right, you can't. Babies suck. They only exist so we can pass down our own genes. What a fucking scam. Now that we know what causes us to be uniquely angered by certain things, it's time to find some solutions. How can we fix our frustrations? Well, the first solution is to fix what annoys us, but again, that isn't always possible. The second way is to just stop caring. But what if you can't? I'm starting to think the diagnosis won't really help us with the treatment. In fact, knowing somebody could easily solve the problem, except not you, kind of makes it even worse. I guess we just need to look at the silver lining. Alright, stay positive, stay positive. The world may still be a huge mess and your life may still suck and we still can't do anything about it. But at least, I've given you the formula to make other people angry. After all, if you can't win, make sure everybody else loses even more. So go on and begin crafting your own logical loops to piss everyone around you off. If you work hard enough, you might just become like me, alone in an unlit room, ruining other people's lives with the promise that philosophy will occasionally provide something useful. I realize that my first two videos have both had some pretty disappointing conclusions, and it's actually not by design. Kinda just go through it and figure it out along the way, so probably expect some more really depressing videos in the future. So, if you want to find out how your life might be a complete lie, there's probably something conveniently placed in one of the corners for you to click. Gotta make it real easy because you're probably only still here because you never bothered to turn this video off. If you like the music, the soundtrack is available for $0 with an optional donation, which will help get me to college. If you have any topic you'd like me to ruin for you, just ask in the comment section below. It's currently devoid of life, so you'll have all my attention.
I'm and I approve this message.